Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our third and final episode of the Low Carb series, where we share the basics of a low carb lifestyle. My name is Rina, and I'm a registered dietitian with the Michigan Collaborative for Type 2 Diabetes. In our final episode of the series, we will talk about strategies to navigate the ins and outs of social life. So the big picture is this: how can we translate what we've learned in the series to a lifestyle that's sustainable for you? We'll plan to explore ways to navigate dining out and social gatherings like the holidays. And also, in addition, we're going to discuss ways in which we can find support to help you overcome challenges you may face on your low carb journey. Navigating social gatherings and events can be complicated, especially if you're watching what you eat and drink. I'm a strong believer that we can be successful in navigating these situations when we have a plan with realistic goals and expectations. Remember that getting off track for a day or two is not going to undo all of your hard work. The key is to have a plan to get back on track. For example, getting back to some of the habits that you've been building, like making the effort to pack a lunch using the groceries that you've bought for the week ahead. I want to share a list of my top tips with you that you can keep in mind for your upcoming gatherings. You can apply these principles to any event, whether it's going out to eat with friends or attending a holiday party. Tip number 1, determine your plan. Now, this could be setting a mental note or intention for how you'd like to participate in the event. Some people may decide that they're going to stick to their low-carb meal plan, while others may want to take a planned break. Whatever you decide, it can be helpful to remember that the foundations of nourishing your body stays the same. Now, what do I mean by that? In other words, it's about making sure to stay hydrated throughout the day, following your regular meal timings as much as possible, and making an effort to balance your meals with protein, non-starchy vegetables, and other high-fiber foods. This way, you can enjoy occasional treats and celebrations without compromising on the habits that you've been building. If you're going out to eat at a restaurant and you know where that is, you may want to plan ahead by browsing the menu beforehand and see what's available. You can even call the restaurant to ask about specific dietary needs and options. Any step you take to plan ahead of time will help you feel more prepared and make the occasion more enjoyable. Tip number 2, ask for support from your friends and family. If you feel comfortable and it makes sense for you to share what you've been working on, you might be surprised to find how much others are willing to support your goals. Letting your loved ones know about your health goals can raise awareness and encourage their support for you on your journey. Tip number 3, prepare a snack pack. On some occasions, it can be helpful to have a low-carb snack with protein in advance of your gathering. By having a snack before you go, you are less likely to arrive at your event feeling extreme hunger, and it may help you to make more mindful decisions and prevent overeating. Similarly, if you are traveling or going on vacation, you might find it useful to pack a snack, some low-carb snacks to take with you on those travel days to keep you fueled and prepared for when limited options are available. Tip number 4, bring a low-carb dish to share. Celebrations and holidays can be a wonderful time, an opportunity to spend time with those people that you care about. It can also be an opportunity to showcase your cooking skills if you enjoy that hobby. Depending on the event, you may want to bring your favorite low-carb dish to share, or ask the host if you can contribute in any way. Vegetable and protein combos are usually a great idea, like vegetable and meat skewers, Cobb salads, or a seasonal stew, which can all pair well with other side dishes at the event. So if you're interested, check out the recipes we have down below on the Low Carb Jumpstart site for ideas that you can take to your next gathering. Tip number 5, be wise with your choice of beverages. My rule of thumb when it comes to drinks is to choose an unsweetened beverage whenever possible, like water, still or sparkling, and hot or cold iced teas and coffees. If you decide you'd like to enjoy an alcoholic beverage, try and limit to no more than 1 or 2 servings and consider lower carb options like dry wines, light beers, or spirits. For spirits, you may want to try mixing them with seltzer water and some herbs and spices for a tasty cocktail. All right. Next up, let's talk about ways in which we can be mindful at restaurants when dining out. Some of the tips that I shared earlier, like browsing the menu beforehand or calling ahead of time to understand ways in which they can accommodate you, can be a good place to start. When browsing the menu, look for options that focus on protein and vegetable combos. For mixed dishes, you may ask a server for substitutions, like swapping out a starch for a seasonal vegetable or a side salad. For example, let's say you're going to order a hamburger and it comes with a side of French fries. You might ask your server if they can swap the fries for a side salad or some kind of vegetable side dish to reduce the amount of carbs in that meal. Being mindful of carbohydrate portions can go a long way to help you stay on track with your low-carb meal plan. Other ideas for how you might modify a meal include sharing a plate with someone or taking leftovers home for another meal. Lastly, try to be mindful of hidden carbs that we might overlook in certain dishes, like the crumb coating on fried chicken, sugary sauces, like honey mustard, sweet chili sauce, and barbecue sauce, sweet salad dressings like raspberry vinaigrettes and balsamic vinegar, or salad toppings such as croutons, dried fruit, and candied nuts. Some days, you may not be going to a sit-down restaurant, and you're just looking for something quick and fast that you can grab from a drive-through. Even on these days, you can still have a plan to stay on track with your low-carb lifestyle. Are you interested in learning more? Click on the link down below to check out our blog post where we share our top picks for low-carb options at common fast food restaurants. So making a lifestyle change and sticking to it isn't easy. Sometimes you might come across people who may not agree with your changes. You might hear about the latest nutrition trend or fad that everyone is trying out. Or you may catch yourself having negative thoughts that leave you feeling discouraged. Well, I'm here to tell you that you are doing a great job. And no matter what stage of change you are in, believe in yourself and try to remember the reasons why you are on this journey or what led you here to watch this series. In other words, what's your why for making the lifestyle change? Also try to notice how you're feeling on a low-carb lifestyle. My take is if you're enjoying it and noticing improvements in your health, then this lifestyle is likely working well for you. If you can, try to surround yourself with a strong support system, people who can share in your joys as well as challenges along the way. You might find that joining a community group or one specific to your needs is a great way to meet others with shared experience. There are also many online health communities on social platforms that you can consider joining as well. So that's a wrap, everybody. We have finished our last installment of this 3-part series. I hope all of you have learned something new that you can take with you and practice going forward. Good luck and have fun making new experiences on your low-carb lifestyle. Thanks so much.